Story 1. I got laid off last month, but I received a job offer today, and it is 19% more a year. So I am just kind of excited, I suppose. Story 2. Stressed out. I can't seem to find a job. Bills are stacking up. I have sent out several hundred resumes, have had one interview, and was ghosted. I am extremely stressed out. Story 3. I am a light sleeper too. We moved the baby to her own room, and I keep the baby monitor on the lowest volume. I can hear her when she cries, but if she is just a little fussy, I can mostly tune it out. I just found out tonight that she flat out refuses to take a bottle at night, so I guess I am officially on duty for all nighttime wake-ups. Woohoo. Story 4. I work nights on the weekends, and it is easier to just stay awake during the night during the week to keep the sleep schedule consistent. Story 5. My husband is feeding and changing our 3-week-old baby while I pump for her next meal. I am so tired in the newborn trenches over here. Story 6. I woke up because I had to use the restroom. Then I checked my phone and saw that my recent ex messaged me. Now I am overthinking. Story 7. Pretty much because no one tells me when to go to bed. And it is the only time I relax because my children are asleep and nothing else can go wrong with the day. Story 8. I wish I was there. It would relieve me of the burden of forcefully distracting myself from the unbearable reality of being alone. But it is 6:20 p.m. Story 9. The Earth is a sphere and it turns on itself. Only part of it gets sunlight at a given time. When it is night for you, it is always day for somebody else. Story 10. Just back from watching Blink 182 and Alkaline Trio at the Hollywood Palladium. It's now 12:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Story 11. Decades of post-traumatic stress disorder and clinical depression coupled with a series of nervous breakdowns have left my poor circadian rhythm hanging on by a thread. Story 12. I am so sick. It is 3:45 a.m. and my head is pounding. My body is aching, and I have a fever. This has increased my stress as well because I am a cancer patient and fevers are really concerning. I just want to feel better. Story 13. Thinking about a job I interviewed for that will significantly change my life for the better financially. Story 14. I am meant to deploy on an overseas exercise with the Army. We arrived at one camp at midnight last night, where we checked in our baggage and received our boarding passes for our flight. At around 6:30, we then traveled to a military airport, as our plane was scheduled to leave this morning. Just about to board an hour ago, we were informed that it has been delayed until tomorrow. I have not slept since the night before last. This is frustrating. Story 15. My dog twitches hard when he sleeps. He just decided that I am now the big spoon. So now I have to choose between no sleep or kicking him off and being the actual devil. My answer speaks for itself. Story 16. United States government employee. I rely on Reddit to know what is going on across the government since our administrators are disallowed from mass communication. I have to rely on Reddit for any advance knowledge that my employees may receive notices of termination, which are not being shared with their supervisor or regular chain of command, or following legal processes. Often, these or similar notices from the agencies that have been taken over are dropping in the evening or in the middle of the night, so here I am. Story 17. It is 1:25 in the morning. I force myself to stay awake to the point of exhaustion in hopes that I will not dream because my dreams are really bad. Story 18. It's 8:30 in the morning. I have to get up, but Valentine's Day is not great, so I'm probably going to hide in bed all day. Story 19. This is around the time that everyone is asleep, so I can cry and let my sobs out without someone walking by. Story 20. It is 2:36 a.m. My newborn son is 9 days old and will be ready to breastfeed again within the next 30 minutes. It took me over 2 hours to get him back down after the last feeding. It is harder to wake up from falling asleep for only a few minutes, rather than just stay awake and try again next time. The love I feel for my son keeps me going. Story 21. Don't call me out for doom scrolling right now. I had to drop the kids off at the pool, and now I am getting ready to go back to sleep. Story 22. I just beat Baldur's Gate 3 after a year of off and on playing, spending 85 hours on it. I was waiting to finish it before I focused on another game. Now I'm smoking and have turned on Tombstone at 3 a.m. I don't work until 1 p.m. Forget it. Story 23. Chronic pain issues over the last 24 years and spiking of fever from this severe flu going around. All my faith lies in the holy name of NyQuil. Story 24. Still at work for a little under 2 hours. I only got 3 hours of sleep yesterday due to stress and anxiety. Here's to better luck today. Story 25. In the past 2 weeks, I have broken my leg in 3 places while taking out the garbage and slipped on ice. I lost my job because, despite the company being owned by 2 billionaires, we only get 3 sick days a year. I cannot work and have run out of sick days. My former boss, who is a great guy, couldn't do anything. He told me to reapply when I am healed. Thankfully, I was in the military, so I have Veterans Affairs healthcare covering me. But if I didn't have that, I would be deep in medical debt. Plus, I do not want to fall asleep because of the dreams. As bad as the reality is when awake, the dreams are so bad and depressing that when I first wake up, I want to jump off a cliff. Story 26. I work late and find myself most productive after work. Also, I enjoy California red wines and Colombian white wines. Story 27. It is 2:11 a.m. I tried to fall asleep, but I could not. So I stopped fighting it, embraced the insomnia, and decided to just scroll on Reddit. Story 28. Because I am a night owl and I keep staying up later and later and waking up later and later, sadly. It is currently 5:24 a.m. and Lords of Salem is on and I do not want to turn it off. Story 29. Working a 24-hour shift as a paramedic in Chicago. 30 more minutes to go. A warm shower and my bed are calling my name. Story 30. It's 5:30 in the morning. I woke up to drink something. Now the loud snowplow outside our hotel and the air conditioning springing to life to heat the room every few minutes keep me awake. Story 31. They decided to rewrite the transformer in front of my house late at night. The utility company, a fire truck, and jackhammers. Every now and then, it sounds like someone is in my house, but it is just the way the noises are echoing off the buildings. Story 32. Advanced mathematics for economics class at 8 a.m. in the morning. I wish I could be asleep. I am falling asleep here. Story 33. Night owl. I work a late swing with 3 12-hour shifts a week until 3 a.m. I go to bed around 5 a.m. and get up around 1 p.m. Bliss. Story 34. I have a lot to do early tomorrow, and I am worried about oversleeping. I may just pull an all-nighter and try to catch a nap sometime tomorrow. Story 35. Stress over future employment with everything going on. I wish I could do more for the family. I feel sad overall. Just normal stuff. Story 36. I fell asleep listening to a podcast. Then, 2 episodes later, I woke up to screaming from the podcast. After that, the stress and anxiety overwhelmed my mind. Story 37. Slept a solid 4 hours. Woke up to use the restroom and didn't feel tired. And I thought, darn it. I know I am going to feel sleepy and cranky this afternoon. Story 38. Stimulants. Still trying to figure out the right dosage over a year after first getting them prescribed. Story 39. Caught myself doom scrolling again. But I also want sweets. However, Belgian waffles are probably what my doctor wants me to stay away from at nearly 3 a.m. Story 40. It was a year ago tonight that I received a message rather than a phone call that my best friend passed away. I was laid off 3 weeks ago and haven't heard back from any of the jobs I applied for. I guess I'm feeling sad and stressed. Story 41. Food poisoning made me vomit for about 10 minutes straight. I am starting my Singles Awareness Day off right. Story 42. I work overnight shifts and maintain the schedule on my days off. I overslept and woke up about an hour ago instead of 4 hours ago. Story 43. New dad on the night shift with an 8-week-old in my arms, asleep after his bottle. I never knew I could love anything this much. Story 44. I accidentally fell asleep, so I pretty much took a nap, and now I just have too much on my mind. Story 45. I suction cupped my boyfriend's face to try and pull his whiteheads out. Now he has 3 small cup marks on his face for Valentine's Day. It was very foolish of me, and I feel so bad. Story 46. Work. I work from home running my own web agency. During the day, it is on and off with the kids and baby, daily routines, errands, and taking phone calls with new clients. Those calls can last up to 30 minutes each, and design reveals can take 30 minutes or more. By the end of the day, I didn't manage to do any coding or make progress on various projects at different stages of development. I spend time with my family, and when everyone goes to sleep, I work from 9 p.m. to about 1 a.m. and accomplish as much as I can while it is quiet. Then I wake up at 8:30 and take the kids to school and do it all over again. It is great because I dislike a regular 9-to-5 job, and my time is my own. However, at the same time, I feel like I work literally all day because it is just spread out over the entire day. Story 47. I ate spicy food after I said I should stop eating it because it makes my tummy hurt. My tummy hurts. Story 48. Fear of the future and the possibilities it holds. Dread of past mistakes and the knowledge that I cannot undo them. Also, there is a lot of caffeine. Story 49. Staying up to rearrange the bedroom because having a comfortable and organized space makes the next 10 things I have to do so much easier and feels much nicer. Like moving through life by watching and feeling the change around me. Also, yes, enjoying a nice buzz. Story 50. Trying to decide whether to go to the emergency room or not. I was diagnosed with internal bleeding last month and have been passing dark stools on and off since then. This week, my body rejected the birth control I was taking to control my abnormal uterine bleeding, so I'm bleeding even more now. I can't take ibuprofen because I have 2 gastrointestinal disorders. The oxycodone and ondansetron they gave me have not helped at all. I can't keep the oxycodone down, and even the maximum dose of acetaminophen every 4 hours hasn't been able to relieve the pain. My complete blood count from this week was perfect, though, so there just isn't much more they can do right now until my scheduled colonoscopy in 2 weeks. Story 51. My cat, whom I had for 15 years, had to be put to sleep at the beginning of the month. Then, 2 days later, for completely different reasons, my significant other of also 15 years left me. I do not sleep much anymore. Story 52. I wake up every night at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. It is so frustrating. My alarm is set for 5:15 to go to the gym. My mind is too active. I will be very tired all day tomorrow. Story 53. Trying to get more work done. I did not complete enough work the day before because I did not sleep since I was trying to finish my tasks. Story 54. Because things were really cool from 2012 to 2016, and now they are not. I miss those times when it was enjoyable. It was easier to chat with someone at the bar. Story 55. I can't get comfortable and my throat is itchy for the 1,000th time since my baby started daycare. I have to be up in 2 hours. Story 56. My wife is on the night shift right now, so I woke up at 2 a.m. to make her breakfast for Valentine's Day because she will be sleeping all day, and it is the only time I will get to see her. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.